Right. I'm back, Mr. EC. Listen. Before we even start the show, yeah, there's one thing I need to say to you, beautiful audience out there. Listen, you see the love that you're showing us, yeah? We're gonna go in for you guys, yeah?
Definitely.
What we're gonna do? Look, we're even gonna shake on it, yeah? Yeah, so we're gonna go in for you guys. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yesterday was a banger in terms of the show. I feel like, you know, a lot was said, okay?
Definitely.
Right? We reached a very high level of consciousness in terms of, you know, when we was explaining what you go through or what you struggle on a day-to-day basis. Do you get it? So I feel like we covered a great part of that. Now we're gonna go into the real depths. We're gonna go into the nitty and gritty, as they will call it. But at the same time, it's not nitty and gritty because it's our lives. You get me? Like, I've shared my life on this show, and I feel like EC's about to share his, and his life is, listen, guys, you thought that I went through stuff. EC's about to take it to a different level, okay, in terms of what he went through. So we're gonna kick it off with, first of all, saying, how are you, Mr. EC? How are you feeling today? What's your energy level saying?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
How was your day today?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah?
You know what I mean? God is good. I'm here for another day.
Okay.
You know,
So what's good about the Creator?
He's definitely good, man.
In terms...
Creator, the Lord, you know, he's most definitely, he's there, man. He's there, man. I feel good. I feel blessed to be in the house again. Blessed to be around the brothers again. And I thank God for another day. The Creator, Lord Jesus, for another day. Right,
I'm going to say one thing that I think that the Lord is great. You see, the Lord is great because the Lord pumps air into you when you wake up at night. I always make this example. I always say when we go to sleep, we're practically dead. Because when you go to sleep, you're sleeping, okay? So there's a higher force that awakens you. Do you understand what brings you up, okay? And that force brings you up for a reason, okay? I believe that, you see, in my world, yeah, I believe nobody is empty. Do you get it? Okay. We've all got gifts, okay, right? Some of us are aware of our gifts, some of us are not, okay? But we are all gifted, okay? When we came into this universe, that's one thing he gave us. He gave us a gift in order for us to, you know, gain capital, okay? Your gifting. You see, some people develop, well, I wouldn't say develop, well, are aware of their gifting from a very young age, okay? And they get to develop it, and the gift manifests, and it brings them back a lot of wealth, a lot of capital. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? So one thing I think the Lord is great because he woke is the wrong word. He woke, help me, bruv. He woke me up. Yeah.
Day, definitely.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, nobody's guaranteed, okay?
Yeah.
Right, you're not guaranteed life. So therefore, if you have
no
life...
man is promised tomorrow.
All right, Mr. EC, your spirit is coming alive now.
No man is
Get
promised...
into your element, yeah.
No man is promised tomorrow, you know.
Yeah? And why is that?
Because that's how it is. When you wake up and see another day, the God gives you through another day.
Mm-hmm.
When you wake up in the morning...
Preach, brother.
When you wake up in the morning, the Lord gives you through the night. Because some children don't even see the age of 10.
Wow.
Not even the age of 1.
And that's kids, you know.
Some children don't even see the age of 1.
You know what's so sad? You know what? Because you're talking about children, what's so sad is that, you know, some kids are born with sicknesses from birth. Give an example, there's a lot of kids being born with diabetes.
My children, yeah.
You get what I'm going to say to you, fam? Like, you get me? Me, myself, I suffer from that as well.
My children, I can't go to
like, yeah, it's fine. You get what I'm saying to you? I suffer from that as well. Do you get what I'm going to say to you? It's something that just came, okay? Right? They say that, oh, raw, it was in your DNA, but it was bound to happen. But it's something that we have to deal with, okay? We have to manage, okay? Right? It's something that can put you in a dark place as well. If you don't have the right people around you, okay? You feel like, raw, like, what is this? But like I said, okay, like, but the Creator's good, you know. He finds ways to oversee all of that. So with your condition that you have, you can still, we live in a country that is well, you know, advanced in terms of medical You know what I'm saying to you? So, you know, we that's one thing that we have to be grateful that we're in a land like England, Britain, where we can, you know, we don't struggle because there's people with these conditions and they can't even get medicine. That's why. That's another thing as well. You know, a lot of people get upset of the things that they don't have, brother. You know, when really you shouldn't really be upset about those things. Let me tell you why you shouldn't be upset with those things, yeah? Because check it, look at it like this, yeah? You can accumulate all of that stuff, but let me tell you something, yeah? If your heart ain't beating right, or you die, for instance, yeah? You're not taking none of them stuff with you, or none of them items, or your Ferrari, or your big house, or your... None of them stuff is coming, okay? Your phone's not coming. None of this stuff that you're wearing, EC, right now, you're gonna take it to the grave with you, brother. So it's important for, you know, one to basically, you know, get close with this creator or wherever you think you came from. To get on my to you, like, you need to connect, like, you understand? Because you're living. So therefore, if you're living, he's pumping life into you. So, you know, don't just waste it, you know? That's what I'm saying. Mr. EC! You're done though, you went quiet on us. What happened right there? Explain to the viewers.
Nah, it's true, you know, it's true. Like, God gives us life. And like, you have to give God thanks. I give God thanks that my next year,
100.
just in my age.
Boy, I don't know if you're gonna scare them off. Betty, we joke, man, I joke. Nah, son, let's keep the age out of the picture.
But let's see, I've lived to a decent age. Next year is gonna be a good age for me. You know, and I thank God that I'm here. I get to give God thanks for every single day that you're here to see another day, because as I'm saying to you, no man is promised tomorrow. And when you live for another day, look at it as a blessing. Don't look at it as a negative. Don't look at it in the morning and think, you know what?
But it's easy said than done, I know what you're saying, but the people at home are thinking, brother, you just sitting there, you get me preaching away and saying, oh yeah, da. Give them some more explanation, like, you feel me? Say, you know what, Reese? This is what I went through, okay? Alright, do you know what? Let's just take it there, okay? Give us some experiences that you went through in terms of, like, when you were suffering your mental health, like when you was in a dark place, without going into too much graphic detail, because we don't want nothing getting, you know, not getting uploaded, because that's not our mission. You know, we're here to touch and to improve lives. But at the same time, I feel like the only way you can do that is by sharing your own experience. Like, I feel like you connect to the people better. I like that. Do you get it? When you like...
Yeah, I hear you.
So give us a scenario that you went through when, like, I don't know, when you was in hospital. You know, was there ever a time that you sat amongst other people? When you was in hospital, was there other people in there as well? Or is it just you? No names. Don't mention no names. Okay, don't even mention race. Let's just reference them as characters. You know, when you was in the hospital, was there, like, obviously, when you go in a hospital, is it like a prison? Are you locked away?
Yeah, you can't. You can get leave sometimes.
Okay.
But it's a process, isn't it?
Okay. What's the process? Explain to us the process.
You basically have to make sure you take your medication.
Okay.
Make sure you're communicating with the staff.
Okay.
You're not kicking up and making a fuss on anything.
Is there a lot of people who kick up in there?
Sometimes you do. I've been in situations. I'm
kicked up. Yeah. Don't go into graphic detail.
I've been a bit upset and.
Okay.
You know.
That's a nice word that you use.
You'll be a bit upset.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to kind of like behave yourself, innit?
Okay, so is it a thing where obviously you spiral out of control? Let's just give an example.
Yeah.
You know, something kicks off. You know, they deem you as obviously not fit to be in the society, and then obviously you're placed, okay, in this place, right? The hospital. Okay, the hospital is similar like a prison. I'm trying to think because I was in prison. So in a prison, it's like, okay, when you're in a prison, okay, let me tell you how it works. Okay, first of all, you go to a police station, right? Based on what happens in the police station, okay, you go to courts, and then the courts decide your fate. So basically, if they deem you to basically be fit to be released out into society, they'll be like, yeah, okay, release. If they say no, the case is very severe, which was in my case, you know, I was remanded into custody. It was scary, bro. I can't lie. You know, a lot of men will be like, nah, bro, for the first day, you're like, raw, like, man's actually going to prison, bro. You know, you're like, raw, no, it's happening. And like, you know what I'm saying to you, that I was on a secure bus. You feel me? And then obviously I went there, and then, like, you get me, like, you see other people, you know. Them times you was allowed to smoke, so people were smoking burn is like tobacco. and then obviously eventually you go to the prison. It's a long process. By the time you actually get into your cell, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock, depending how busy they are with the inmates, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it is, I'm not gonna lie, the first couple of days, like, you realize that you're not going nowhere, you're actually in prison, it kicks in. I feel like the first night or the first 2 nights, it don't really sink in properly, and then it kicks in like the third night, like, raw, I'm actually in prison, like, my faith. And obviously you're looking at your charge and whatever, and yeah, you miss your family, do you understand? Like, it's very sad. So, like, how I was in and out, I don't know. I feel like it was just I was very young. I never knew I wasn't aware of what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? I never knew the seriousness in what I was doing, okay? But I believe prison taught me a lot. So I can't just blame prison, because at the same time, they have, you know, they have courses in there, and they have systems that if you really utilize and you really want to change your life, I mean, you can, you know, there's professionals in there, which was in my case, even though I was in and out, like I said, that was a young phase of me, in and out. But as I started to get older, I started to learn, you know, obviously you don't do that, you don't do this, you know, and, you know, I have to give praise to the prison system. Although a lot of people won't say that, a lot of people will have their own opinion, but as for me, it changed me, and then I got the opportunity to study, okay, you know, as you know, that I went to university, I studied business, you know, which I graduated from, you know.
That's how you find the Christ, you had an interaction with Christ there,
Yeah! Pardon? Say that again?
You had an interaction with Christ there, innit?
Yeah, no, 100. I mean, the interaction with the Creator has always been there from a young age, you know. I've always had dreams, you know. You know, like when you're young, I don't know about you, but for me, I've always had dreams. Like, one of my dreams was to be a police officer. I know that's mad, isn't it? Like, based on that's one of my dreams. I wanted to be like one of the, you know, the armed police, being out there saving people and that. You know, unfortunately, that didn't get, you know, fulfilled, because obviously the other side took me first. But like I said, it's never been my intentions. So that's a bit of my, you know, prison. What about you? So when you was in, you know,
For when I can remember, if I go way back
in, yeah. Go whatever stuff you can remember, just share it. Don't go into too graphic details. By the way, we're saying this so we can help. We're not here to, you know, just to help. We're sharing our experiences. Do you get it? But
yeah, when I first went into the mental health system, like I said, mental health. First went into the system, like having mental health, diagnosed with mental health, and when I first went the first time, it was shocking. I was going through an experience at home,
of course,
and then just like all the psychiatry say what happened, not everything, but I can't go into detail. But
yeah, say what
I got there when I went to the hospital. Now,
would you say that it started from home? Would you say people weren't believing you? What was it that triggered you?
It was a process. It was the enemy.
Oh, was it enemy? Yeah, of course you can.
The enemy, you can say it as, if you want to say the enemy is Satan.
Yeah, Satan, yeah, whatever.